And we're supposed to have some good pacing here from Brenna Detra and Susan Aneno, who ran in that 800 and ran very well in that 800 earlier today. A pretty large field, 11 plus the 2 pacemakers. A lot of fairly big names in here. Probably headline. It looks like Karissa SCHWEIZER is going to run this, although I can't eyeball her. I don't see her on the line. She is supposed to run either the 1500 or the 5000. But absent that, we have Allie BUCHALSKI from the Brooks Beast, 406.19 runner. Danny Jones, who stepped off the track at the USATF 1500 final, but has terrific credentials. NC2A 5K champion in 2019, cross-country champion in 2018, indoor 3K and DMR champion in 2017. So a lot of potential. Marta PEN FREITAS, of course, from Portugal, Mississippi State, and the Brooks Beasts. And Detra goes right to the lead.
Sorry, I had muted myself for a second. Yeah, I unmuted myself. But just to call out the complications that Danny Jones experienced at the U.S. Championships and how disappointing some of those championship races can be. She had her shoe stepped on, lost her shoe in the first lap of that race, and just made the very difficult decision that there was no way she was going to be competitive with that hugely competitive field, running with one shoe, and to mitigate any sort of injury that she may have experienced. But again, yeah, so I said Karissa SCHWEIZER in this field was hiding away in the back a little bit in their red Bowerman Track Club. We've been used to seeing them in the whites. But Karissa working her way up now as she moves skillfully and swiftly down the back stretch, putting herself in second place behind Danny Jones.
So Karissa SCHWEIZER has a qualifier for the qualifying time for the 10,000. So she could be competing in the World Championships in the 10,000. But let's put that aside for a moment. This young lady is a 4 flat 1,500 meter runner, which she did only 3 years ago. So she is a legitimate threat to win this race. So it's our pace setter, Detra, Danny Jones, Karissa SCHWEIZER, Anna Kemp-Bennett moving up. Now the small figure of Marta PEN FREITAS, former NC2A champion at Mississippi State. We have 2 laps to go. They're running about 63-second pace, so it's an honest race to be sure. Anna Kemp-Bennett, a former NCAA champion for BYU in 2021. She has a lifetime best of 4:08.53. So Detra trying to get this field to kind of go with her. And Jones and SCHWEIZER and PEN FREITAS are right behind her. BUCHALSKI, you can see number 4 is going wide here. Kemp-Bennett is up there as well.
This is vintage Danny Jones from her days as a CU buff. Put yourself in the front, run confidently, make everyone else go around you. You love to see it when sometimes, athletes deviate from tactics that made them so successful in college and early in their careers. And it's almost like feeling like, oh, I'm a little bit scared. But here you see Danny getting a little bit of help now from Karissa and Marta PEN FREITAS as they come up with 1 lap to go. These women starting to separate a little bit from Anna Kemp-Bennett.
And I'll tell you what, this is a big, big, big deal for Karissa SCHWEIZER. Somebody that's moved up to the 5 and the 10,000, second on the all-time U.S. list at the 5,000, fourth on the all-time U.S. list at the 10,000, a 2-time NCAA 5K champ, multiple indoor championships, and she is flying. That last lap for Karissa SCHWEIZER, 66 seconds, and she's starting to gap Danny Jones, and this has got to be good news for Coach Jerry Schumacher and for Karissa SCHWEIZER. She looks like the old Karissa SCHWEIZER here. 200 meters to go. Let's see if anyone from behind can. Alex TEUBEL is moving up as well. That's kind of a surprise. And into the straight.
I would not count out Danny Jones here, Tom. And BUCHALSKI also flying at the finish. But right now we've got Karissa SCHWEIZER powering her way with about 60 or 70 meters remaining. The lactic acid starting to show itself. But here we go.
And it is SCHWEIZER that's going to take the lead. And how about that for Karissa SCHWEIZER? An incredible performance, 4:04:35. And she has got to be absolutely ecstatic with that performance. 64-second final lap. Allie BUCHALSKI, a lifetime best, 4:05:53 in second. Danielle Jones, 4:05:81 in third. And we didn't call her out, but Carina VILJOEN, the former University of Arkansas runner, and Lance Harder's there today. He must be thrilled. Carina VILJOEN, lifetime best, 4:07:11 in fourth. Alex TEUBEL, 4:07:48 in fifth.
Yeah, you saw Karissa go into the arm. She sort of felt the other ladies coming up, maybe closing that gap ever so slightly, thinking, I've just worked way too hard to let this slip away right now. Her 5,000 and 10,000 meter strength clearly showing itself over the last circuit of this 400-meter oval, and Danielle Jones getting eclipsed there with about 10 meters to go by Allie BUCHALSKI. But great runs across the board for these top ladies, putting on a show for us here at Occidental College.
So Karissa SCHWEIZER, a really nice come-through performance for her. She was a three-time NC2A indoor champion, a two-time NCAA outdoor champion. She ran fifth in that USATF 10,000 just a couple weeks ago, but she certainly sorted out whatever issues she was facing there and really came through in the clutch. 4:04:35, a really, really nice performance for her. Great turn of speed. And can't wait to hear this interview. Chris is down with Karissa right now.
All right, Karissa SCHWEIZER, sound running Under Armour Sunset Tour 1,500 meter champ tonight. Stepping down in distance, a little bit of a get right race, just running some speed today. Very similar to Elise's race last night. The Bowerman women seem to be turning in the milers after running distance. Was that the plan tonight?
Yeah, the plan was just to turn the wheels, and honestly, seeing Elise, seeing Nikki out there, it was really inspiring, and I trained with Elise, so I was like, I can do it, and I just believed in that strength.
Well, the USA's was tough, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Is this a bit of a reset for the rest of the summer?
Yeah, I mean, USA's was my opener, and that just is not ideal for any season or any year, so I just took that was all I could do that day, and I just want to keep building from here, and yeah, scratching the 5K was just kind of precautionary, just like we wanted to have a long season, and so yeah, I'm excited to just like have some fun, have some races ahead, and have, yeah, a Europe season, so yeah.
So you just took the question right out of my mouth. What are you planning to do in Europe?
Yeah, I just plan to go over to St. Moritz and train with the team and hit probably a few races over there, and we still don't know about the 10K yet, so just kind of like still training and hoping for the best.
All right, well, Karissa SCHWEIZER, 1,500 meter champ here tonight in LA. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Karissa. And boy, what a marvelous meet this has been thus far. And we still have more to go. Just so everyone knows, we have a second section